Hello, Amber.
Hey, Viktor.
Hi, guys. Welcome to our first episode of our podcast, and this episode is dedicated to relaxation before deep dives. And Amber, before starting this podcast and while preparing for it, I was thinking that we don't have a podcast name.
No, we haven't thought of a name.
Yeah, but the most interesting thing is our viewers already know what the name of the podcast
Okay. What's
and
that?
where it's posted. I don't know yet.
Okay, but they'll know.
Yeah, they'll know already.
By the time this is posted, we will know and
Yeah,
they'll know.
exactly.
Yeah.
They know more than us. I'm a bit nervous,
Yeah.
and I'm, you see, sweating.
And we're in the Philippines, so it's bloody hot. It's always hot. So.
We are tanned enough to be called divers, free divers. And
Yeah.
I have the nice oval tan
Yeah,
on my
me
face.
too. I got the mask tan going on, so yep, you can tell. We do some freediving,
Yeah.
a bit.
I have a short story for our viewers.
Okay.
So, in Australia, we have that thing called El Nino, right? For
Yeah.
the last 2 years.
Yeah.
And it's good if we could dive a couple of times per month. That's a really good month.
Yeah, because there's lots of rain and lots of wind.
Lot
and
of
bad weather for freediving.
At work, I look a bit different than now. So I wear a beard with mustache, right?
Yeah.
But a couple of times per month when we happen to do our diving, I shave my mustache because otherwise the mask
Yeah.
goes on the face and
Yeah.
the water.
Yeah. Facial hair is
Doesn't-
not good for a mask seal.
Yeah, so I just shave my mustache completely down to zero like I am now. And my colleagues at work, when they see me without mustache,
They know what you've been doing.
they tell me, "Oh, you look a bit off, like a bit weird. Why did you do that? Like, why did you shave your mustache off?" And all of our crew who is diving with us, right? They always see me without mustache.
Yeah.
Every time they see me without mustache. And
Yeah, I
once
don't
forgot.
know if I've seen you with a mustache. I'm trying to imagine it.
But once I forgot to shave my mustache off, and
Yeah.
when I came to the diving session, people told me, "Oh, you look a bit off with the mustache."
They don't recognize you.
Yeah, we don't, like,
what's different?
Why do you wear it? So
Yeah.
two different types of people, like two different groups,
See you differently.
see me differently, and then if I appear as one person in another group,
Yeah.
they tell me I look weird.
So then you can't really chuck a sickie at work either because they know that you've been out diving. 'Cause you have to
Exactly.
shave off your mustache.
All right, I don't know.
That's a good story.
So let's talk about relaxation.
Yeah.
When I was teaching freediving in Moscow, I always taught my students the importance of relaxation, right? And always you hear it about you should relax. And I think you hear it so often that
It loses its meaning.
the brain starts filtering it out, right?
Yeah.
So
And what does that actually mean? Like, relax. Yeah.
it's like white noise, you know,
Yeah.
just, of course, relaxation. But I think today I discovered a new level of relaxation. I discovered the importance.
Really, today? Because the conditions were not that great today.
Yeah.
It was a bit rough
Yeah.
out there.
So my first dive today was, as always, hang at 10 meters, and then it was terrible. So I panicked. I tried to inhale air
Oh.
underwater. It's like massive panic.
Yeah.
And my contractions start early, like at about 30 seconds. And my plan for this dive was to hang for 1.5 minutes, and I came up at 1 minute 5 seconds. And I didn't know why I panicked. And I was thinking on the float, why did I panic? And I came up with the conclusion that I did not relax before the dive.
How long did you take to breathe up before you went?
So it took me 5 minutes to breathe up. but I didn't relax during this time. I was
Yeah.
checking my hood, I was checking
Yeah.
the sun position, was
Yeah.
afraid to burn
Yeah.
under the sun. I was checking my lanyard, my
Yeah.
dive computer if it's
Which
in
is
place.
not really a breathe up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
yeah.
I was breathing.
Yeah, but you're fiddling, like you're
Yeah.
not focused.
Yeah, exactly. And then also when we start diving, it's a usual story. People ask, "Do you want to go first?" Sure, right?
Yeah.
And then people are looking at you, they're ready to dive, and you don't want to take their time.
Yeah, it's hard to go first.
Yeah.
Because you do want a couple of minutes after you jump out of the boat, and there's all the chaos of setting up the line and the buoy. You want some time to chill out before you dive. It's hard to go first.
Yeah, I answered sure, and we were just two people on the float, so we weren't in a rush. But I felt a bit of pressure before my warm-up dive, and then I came underwater and started panicking. And I came up, and it's such a terrible feeling when you are diving for quite a considerable amount of time, and you feel that you are regressing,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. But sometimes you're just having a bad day or a bad dive. So yeah, it doesn't really mean anything in the long run.
Yeah.
Like,
And then I safetied my partner, and then I remembered about relaxation. I remembered about the importance of relaxation, and I started doing my protocol, and like as a third-party observer, I saw myself trying to concentrate. And if my mind diverged,
yeah.
that outer person, which is super me, kind of reminded me of my attention and where it should be. Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So I have my standard protocol of relaxation.
Yeah, what's
Share
your
it?
protocol?
But I want to
Yeah.
hear yours.
Well, actually, when you mentioned the warm up to 10 meters, I do a little warm up to 10 meters also. And literally, the only reason for that is because I do feel a little tense on the first dive. And so I don't feel the need to warm up for like CO2 tolerance, or I don't get a strong urge to breathe on my dives. But I think just the first dive, the feeling of the water on the face just is enough to cause me to like tense up ever so slightly, and it can like affect my equalization, and it can add a little unnecessary stress to the dive. So I do, like a 10-meter warm up. It doesn't even matter how long it is. It's just a matter of like getting my face in the water and remembering to relax.
Yeah.
Getting rid of all that chaos on the surface, leaving that behind, and getting into that dive mode where you're really focused and ready to dive.
I'm very much the same. I'm also, I can start panicking if I feel that sensation of water flowing. Around my
Do you
face.
wear goggles?
I
Or
lost
you
them.
stopped wearing them?
I lost them.
You lost your goggles. So you used to wear goggles
Yes.
to stop that feeling of the water on your face.
Actually, today was my first day without goggles.
Oh, well, that's
why.
Well, that would definitely make a big difference. Yeah.
True.
Yeah, it takes a bit to get used to that feeling of the water on your face.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially if you're used to goggles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I know that there are a lot of nerves here around the eyes. So basically, it's the most important part to be covered. And the skin there is so thinner than on the cheeks, right?
Yeah.
And so much nerves there. So, I think that's what caused me to panic today.
Yeah, for sure.
But anyways, after that, I remembered. Oh no, I still want to hear your relaxation protocol.
Okay.
With the worst.
Oh, all right. This is a tough one. What is my protocol? I do remember quite a few years ago, I was competing in a competition, and it just reminded me, because you said you were fiddling quite a bit before you dive, and William Trubridge saw one of my dives, and he was like, "What the hell are you doing before you dive?" And I was doing exactly the same thing. I was fiddling with stuff. I was like constantly moving all the way up until OT. Like I was on the line and I was breathing, but I was constantly fiddling, playing with my nose clip, playing with my hood, adjusting my carabiner. And I didn't even realize I was doing it. I think it was nerves. But when he mentioned that, I was like, what am I doing? Like, this is unnecessary. Like, check the nose clip's okay, your hood's got water in it, carabiner's on, and then focus on the dive and the relaxation. But what do I do to relax? In training, I find it really easy. I just totally zone out. I've done a lot of meditation like throughout my whole life, so I find it really easy to do like a quick body scan and just relax from head to toe. In competition, it's different. In competition, I use mantras, like just something I can repeat over and over in my head.
Oh, what is it?
They're usually really lame, so they change a lot. Julia Dominic. Sorry, Julia. I mean, you pronounced Julia's last name. Everyone knows who I'm talking about. Apnea Bali Julia she sent me a message. I think it was last year that was like along the lines of "the water loves you," and I just love that. And so that, just thinking that, like before my dives, like the water loves you, the water loves you. Or the ocean loves you, like something along that, like it's welcoming you, so it's not something to fight against.
That's awesome.
Or just like things along the lines of, you've prepared for this, you've done it before, you know what you're doing. So just like, repeating that over and over in my head. Yeah.
And you relax your body just at a snap, right?
Yeah, I don't, like for my dives, I don't consciously like think about relaxing. Yeah, it's just, just immediate. Yeah, I think it's just a well-practiced, routine I do without even thinking about it now. Do you have a routine? Or you said you had a protocol?
It's much more weird than water loves
It's more detailed.
Yeah, so let's say, well, my protocol involves goggles, right? But I lost them. So today I did a different thing, but let's say it's 2 minutes before the official top. So I just focus my attention on my abdomen, try to relax, and then, well, it's easy to say, relax your abdomen, right? I'm relaxed, so it's soft.
Yeah.
But this morning, what I did, I took the foam roll and just laid on it with my belly, right? And I relaxed.
Yeah.
And then I relaxed more.
Yeah.
And it went higher.
Yeah.
And then I relaxed more. It went higher. And just relaxing your belly is the whole science.
Yeah.
Right?
And you don't realize how much tension you're holding there without even realizing it.
And so many layers of tension there.
Yeah. Yeah.
And also lower abdomen, like mid, upper abdomen and diaphragm.
Yeah, and that's so important for equalization.
Yeah. Yeah, I said today was like I discovered another level of relaxation. So I discovered it with this foam roller.
Yeah.
When laying there, because I was shocked how difficult it is to completely relax the stomach.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah. And so before the dive, I am focused on relaxing the belly. And it's good to prepare and to train relaxation beforehand. So that I could do, ideally, as you say, like relax belly.
Yeah.
Down to 100%.
Yeah.
But it takes time for me.
Yeah.
And then I relax my diaphragm, relax my muscles here in the chest. And also it's a lot of muscles. Like all of the rib cage, stabilizers, all of the chest muscles, like shoulders, the whole thing, the back muscles, like the whole belt of muscles. So I'm consciously trying to relax one by one, and then it's pretty much body scanning, right? So I'm trying to reach complete relaxation.
Yeah, yeah.
And while doing that, I'm also breathing. And so I go upper, and then I relax my chin. And what's important, I relax my teeth.
Yeah, yeah. Like your jaw.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, the teeth. The actual teeth.
Okay.
I relax teeth.
Well, I mean, it's your jaw that controls your teeth.
Yeah, I relax jaw, of course.
Yeah.
I relax my neck.
Yeah. You
But
think
then-
about relaxing all your teeth.
But then if you just focus for a second, you can feel your teeth. Right? Can you feel the teeth?
I'm trying to think about it now.
Feel them.
I mean, I feel
all
like
at
that's my
once.
jaw, because that's what it's connected to.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
just if you create a bit of pressure on
Yeah.
the teeth,
Yeah.
and then release that pressure, you feel your actual teeth.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I try to relax that sensation. It's weird.
Yeah.
It's not me who discovered it.
Yeah, it's places
Right.
that you don't realize you're holding tension,
Yeah.
I suppose, unless you're thinking about it. Especially because like a lot of us breathe through a snorkel too, so we're holding a lot of our tension like in our mouths and our jaws. And,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I relax my tongue, and everything is the same, like cheeks and
Yeah.
forehead,
Yeah.
eyeballs,
Yeah.
lids, and all of the stuff. And I'm doing that before the 2 minutes countdown. And then there is a bit of weird thing. So when it's 2 minutes before the official top, I put my nose clip on. I then put my goggles. Now I don't have goggles. And after that, it's very important to do the right amount of tidal breaths.
Yeah.
And the right amount is, I have my own feeling of numbers.
Yeah. Yeah. Because this is tricky. 'Cause it's easy to hyperventilate without realizing it. So what number do you usually get to?
12 would be an ideal situation.
Okay, yeah. So that's pretty much normal tidal breathing. It's like 6 to 8 breaths a minute. I don't remember, but
Yeah,
yeah, it
that's
sounds
about
about right. Yeah.
So 12 is a perfect number, and then I do.
So if it gets to 12 and you're not at official top. Oh, but you pack.
Yeah, but
Yeah. Yeah.
and then I do a slow inhale, get fresh air.
Yeah.
So I do one inhale, one exhale,
Yeah.
and then my inhale and packing.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then I go.
Yeah. And how many times do you pack?
So before I did 24,
Yeah. And do you know how long this takes you?
about 15 seconds.
Ah, okay. So you kind of start at official top, like packing?
Yeah, a bit early.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe 5 seconds before the official
Yeah.
top.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then Florian had a workshop here, the breathing workshop, and he mentioned a very important thing that we discussed.
Yeah.
Earlier
You
today.
said stretching
Yeah.
before packing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
before going to the ocean, if I stretch, then much more air gets in.
Yeah.
Yeah, during packing.
Yeah. I suppose you've loosened up, all those intercostal muscles and
Yeah.
all those muscles you were talking about before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So even though I think it's relaxed on the float, right? If I didn't stretch on the shore, they are not relaxed enough.
Yeah.
And today I did 32 packs.
Oh, yeah.
So it's like 12 plus.
Yeah.
No,
It's a lot more.
8 plus.
Yeah.
8 plus packs, which is a lot.
Yeah.
It's a lot just because of stretching.
Yeah.
And so another important thing for me is when I packed, like, when you're packing and start thinking about your lanyard and how to start, and if you're using a noodle or a cushion, it's another thing to distract you.
Yeah.
And it's easy to lose that relaxation
Yeah.
after packing before diving, right?
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. A lot of things can go wrong. Your
Yeah.
lanyard gets caught in your noodle. Yeah.
And so what I discovered is I observe myself again as a super me, like from the third point of view, and then I'm controlling myself to not lose that relaxation.
Yeah.
So not from inside, but
Yeah.
I see myself from the
Yeah.
outside, and
Yeah.
I control myself like a puppet.
Yeah, yeah. This is a good way to be. Yeah. Yeah, mine's not super organized. Yeah, I try not to fiddle too much. I like to breathe through my nose actually up until at least 30 seconds before. And I use a neck pillow. I find this helps me relax a lot. I don't have to worry about my airways going underwater, and it's super nice just to be able to like look at the sky, and if you're in competition you can forget that you're in a competition and you're just lying on the surface of the ocean. And yeah, I put my nose clip on like 30 seconds before. I don't have a deliberate like body scan or anything. I just like, I don't know, I've done a lot of meditation, and so I do like a quick like relaxation, just relax everything. And then I usually use a mantra. I don't really find I need them in training. Like in training, I'm usually pretty relaxed already, and I'm usually looking forward to the dive. But in competition, definitely, I need some sort of a mantra that I can repeat. And there's a couple that I've used, but just about about being like well prepared. Like, you know, I've prepared for this. I'm ready to do this dive. And I just repeat that over and over again, and then it doesn't allow any other thoughts to enter my mind, and it lets me keep that focus and keep that relaxation. Yeah.
Do you come back to your body relaxation, or you just keep repeating the mantra?
I really try hard to just stay entirely in the moment, especially in those last 2 minutes before diving. So just like not thinking about anything else at all, like not thinking about what comes next or what came before or how deep I'm diving, and just like thinking about my breath and nothing else. It's like what can I do in this moment to make sure that I have a good dive? Like everything else is out of my control, but what can I do like right now? Okay, well, tidal breathing, stay relaxed, nothing else. Like don't think about the duck dive or the free fall or the equalization or the depth. Like just what am I doing right now that's going to make sure that I have the best dive I've ever had, and that's all that's going through my head. So just one breath at a time. Yeah.
I would like to ask you about some details. So let's say it's 2 minutes before your official top. What is your tidal breathing? How do you do it?
I don't like count or anything. I literally just do relaxed breathing. I almost try to underbreathe a bit actually, because I don't get strong contractions in my dives at all. So I don't think there's a risk of me. Yeah, I think the highest risk would be for me to overbreathe. I know some divers overbreathe a little bit because they get bad contractions on the way down. But for me, I prefer to, like, if anything, like, you know, tidal breathing or a little less than tidal breathing. And because I'm prone to nerves, I think I'm more prone to overbreathing. So, yeah, but I'm not counting. I'm just relaxed breathing. Yeah.
Don't you mind showing how you breathe up before you dive?
I mean, it's like how I'm breathing now.
How deep is it? Like how deep is your...
Exactly what I'm doing
like
now.
that?
Yeah, like I'm sitting on the couch watching TV. Like, so I'm breathing through my nose. Like I have lying on my neck pillow, breathing through my nose. Like it might be like 4 in, 4 out. Like it's pretty small, but it's not like... Yeah, it's not big chest breathing. It's just like belly breathing, like super chill breathing, like you're going to sleep. And then when I put my nose clip on, it gets a bit trickier because for me, I'm used to breathing through my nose, like if I'm going to sleep or if I'm watching TV. So I have to consciously think about breathing through my mouth, and I just try and like maintain the same breathing that I was doing through my nose.
And what if you're laying on the surface, right? You're using the pillow and there is a big wave coming over your face.
I just swallow it. If I breathe in some water, just swallow it and keep going. And that happened to me today actually for my target dive. I think it was when I was packing. I only do about 10 packs, but one of them I got some water in and I just did 5 more and kept going. You know, as long as you're not like choking on it. Yeah. It doesn't bother me that much. Yeah, as long as you don't breathe it into your lungs and you're not having a coughing fit. Yeah.
And so you do your tidal breathing, and then let's say it's 30 seconds before the official top, and you have your nose clip on already.
Yeah.
So how do you transition from your tidal breathing to the actual dive? What do you do?
So I just do the exact same tidal breathing until official top. And then when they say official top, I just do a full exhale, full inhale, and then about 10 packs and go.
Oh, so you don't do an extra deep breath before your...
No, I don't. Yeah, yeah. I used to do that in the pool, and then I was having problems blacking out. So I was doing everything to avoid anything that might be slightly hyperventilating. Like, So I don't do any over breathing at all. I just take one breath and go. Yeah, because I don't get this like strong urge to breathe. So my biggest risk is blacking out. There's no risk of getting a strong contractions or an urge to breathe. It's just hypoxia. So I have to make sure not to hyperventilate at all.
Speaking of being nervous at that moment, right before the official top, like 2 minutes before the official top.
Yeah.
And talking about Roatan last year when I blacked out.
Yeah.
You told me first that on the video, on the recording, you fiddled too much with your nose clip because I took it off and took it on, took it off, took it on.
Yeah.
And that's a sign of
Yeah. Yeah,
nervous.
Definitely. It's not a good sign. Yeah. And so I was told last year by a friend actually who's a sports psychologist, Ant Williams. He gave me some advice for nerves before a dive because I was really struggling with world championships especially and the pressure involved. And he really talked about making sure that you don't show the nerves. And that's something I've always done. Like I'm terribly nervous and he's like, well, what's your body language? And when I was honest with myself, I'm like, well, actually I look nervous. Like I'm fiddling, I'm shaking, I'm telling people I'm nervous. Like when people ask how I am, I'm like, I'm freaking out, I'm really nervous. And, you know, in this situation, you kind of have to fake it till you make it. And it's even though you feel terribly nervous, don't show it. Like, you know, show that you're like calm, cool, collected. And eventually a part of your mind will believe that. Like, so I was really careful doing that at the next World Championship. So no fiddling. When people asked how I was feeling, I'd say, great, I slept great, I'm feeling amazing, I'm ready for this dive. Yeah, and it's all about body language and not only convincing everyone else, because you're trying to convince the competition too that you're going to make your dive, but also, you know, convincing yourself that, you know, I'm strong and I'm capable and I'm going to make this dive.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a big one.
That helped me a lot. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Thank you for sharing that.
Yeah.
It's a strong affirmation, right?
Yeah.
And it sounds like a two-way connection. If you feel bad, you say it, right?
Yeah.
But the other way also works.
Yeah.
If you say I'm bad, you start feeling bad.
Yeah, it's just reaffirming that belief, like, and you do start doubting yourself, and the mind is so powerful, especially in freediving. Like it's, as we always say, it's a mental sport, and you have to convince yourself that you're going to make that dive, even if there are doubts in your mind, like squash them. Like you've announced that depth, and now you have to back it up. Like you have to convince yourself you can do it. Yeah.
I think we are good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's more than definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, I think we've covered a lot of. Yeah, I'm surprised there was so much to talk about with like relaxation and the breathe up.
Yeah, you texted me before our podcast.
Yeah.
You texted me. I don't think what we're going to
I'm
talk
like,
about for 5 minutes.
I have like one sentence to say on relaxation. Like I just relax. Like, but actually, there's quite a lot. It's quite involved when you start talking about it. Interesting.
What do you feel about our next podcast?
I have no idea. I'm sure you've got ideas.
Oh, plenty.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
along.
could talk about it like forever.
This is true.
But I want to say that if you guys have any questions to us, to Amber, feel free to write them down in the comments for this video, and we'll try to cover them in our second episode if it happens.
Yeah, hopefully.
If we release this one.
Yeah.
Do you have any ideas for the name?
For the name?
Yeah, of the podcast.
Nothing really. Yeah. Maybe something will come to me later. Freediving. Do you have any ideas?
Freediving podcast with Amber and Viktor.
Yeah. I think we can do something better than that. We can come up with a name, something catchy. Yeah. Some sort of pun. We need a pun, I think.
Yeah.
Freediving pun.
Thank you guys, and No, that wasn't a good.
And cut and take two.
Amber, thank you a lot for this podcast.
Yeah, thank
I
you,
really
Viktor.
enjoyed
Yeah, it was
talking
a great
about
idea.
relaxation, about
Yeah.
everything around it. And thank you guys for watching us.
Yeah, thanks.
I hope to see you in our next episode.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye bye.
That was good. Oh
I'm
well.
pretty happy.
Yeah. Good luck editing that. Oh my god. This is gonna be a lot. How long was that? How long did we talk for?